Hey guys, welcome to Make Mr. channel. So today we are here to discuss a very interesting topic, that is water hammer. So what is water hammer? What is the significance, and what kind of things that really affects? So that's a very critical thing here we are going to discuss. So stay with me at the end of the session and you will learn a lot of things about the water hammer. So let's start basic understanding of the water hammer. So water hammer is a phenomena, that is special oscillation phenomena caused by the flow of kinetic energy transforming into potential energy, which causes the pressure inside the pipeline to rise and form the pressure wave, which is transmitted through the fluid contained in the pipe. Means when a liquid is flowing, so there is nothing like water hammer. But during the operation, due to certain reasons, operation reasons, or due to the shutdowns, when we suddenly shut down the valve, what will it do? The kinetic energy which the liquid having, that immediately converted into the potential energy, and that causes the pressure shock in this piping. So this pressure shock is much more efficient to carry out the burst or rupture of this piping or this valve. So because that is a shock wave, sudden shock wave, and this transmit throughout the pipeline, and it can break the weakest link we having in the pipe. So when a fluid is in motion and suddenly forced to stop moving, the momentum of fluid is abruptly stopping, create a pressure wave. This is a pressure wave that travels through the media within the pipe and subjecting everything in the closed system to a significant force. So that's the basic understanding of the water hammer. Now water hammer can happen in the fluid or liquid with 100% of water, and it can happen in the steam system as well. So first we will see in steam with 100% of water. So see, we already discussed, when the sudden closure of the valve, the pressure wave will develop. So see, this is a normal pressure which I was having, and here I have suddenly closed the valve. This is start of valve closure and this is end. And when I have suddenly closed the valve, the pressure surge have been observed. So up to this is the maximum pressure which has gone, and after that it will come down. Then it will be a oscillation. The pressure wave will oscillate in closed system to come to the steady state, and this will oscillate like this, and here the pressure will get normalized, and final steady state flow condition will be restored. But during this surge it will damage lot of equipment and pipe, like this valve. See, it got ruptured due to the water hammer. So normally the pressure wave is dampened or dissipated in very short time, but the pressure spike can do enormous damage during this brief time. So this spike is very sudden, but this can damage my piping system, lead to the failure, catastrophic failure in the piping system. And the presence of the water hammer can be easily detected affected by noise. The noise is not the final effect of water hammer but just an indication of it. So if you are hearing lots of noise in your piping system, means your piping system is suffering this water hammer issue. So you have to be cautious, right? Now let's see how it's happened in the steam line. So steam line, steam, when it produces from the boiler and it travels through the pipeline, it has tendency to condense due to the loss of heats. So when the steam condense, it forms water in the system, and that's why we provide steam traps to remove that condensate from our steam system, because that's a very dangerous to keep that water filled inside our steam piping. So as a result of the condensation, the droplet of water are formed. These droplets of condense get built up along the length of steam, forming a slug. So see, these are this is my steam system, and red one is showing the steam, but bottom of this, due to the condensation heat losses, the water get formed, and this water, due to the flow of steam, get a shape of slug of water which will travel along the stream. So this slug will travel along the stream, and when this slug encounters an obstacle such as a bend or sudden direction change, so it will be brought to halt. It will brought to steady states abruptly. All the kinetic energy of the condensate slug will be directly converted into potential energy and further pressure energy, which has to absorbed by the pipe network, and this gives the rise to the phenomena of the water hammer. So that's a very dangerous phenomena. So you've seen the water which got condenses out, that will form a slug like structure, and that will travel along the stream, and during the sudden pressure, the direction changes along the vents, reducers, T's, it will abruptly damage these components, and this phenomena is water hammer in steam lines, right? So after condensate is formed, the flow inside the pipe has two components, the steam and condensate. The flow of the steam is much higher than that of the condensate. During such dual phase flow, so this will form the dual phase. The heavy condensate which flows at the bottom of the pipe pulled by the high speed steam. This results in the formation of the water slug, which is much denser than steam with the steam velocity. When the slug is stopped by the abruption like bend or equipment, the kinetic energy of the slug is suddenly converted into pressure energy, which creates shock in the entire piping network, then can easily heard by the lots of noise in the piping system. So now what are the causes which we see responsible for the water hammer? First is sudden condensation of the steam. We have to avoid the condensation by strengthening our insulation system, our protection, avoiding the losses of steam, sudden seeing our design specifications, so that on that way we have to avoid the condensation. Then the buildup of the condensate along the length of pipe, forming a solid slug, when it encounters a bend, got converted into the pressure energy. So we have to remove this condensate as soon as possible. So this can be done by the providing the stream traps. Okay, so and third one is sudden closing of the valve, due to which the pressure propagates in the pipe. So what are the mitigation actions which we can do to avoid such things? So first is install steam lines always with the gradual slope in the direction of the flow, so that will not form the slump. Install the steam traps at regular interval and also at the low points. So that's very important. And third is avoid sagging of the pipe by providing a proper support. This will also form slug. Then open isolation valve slowly during startup and drain pockets should be sized enough to ensure all the condensate reaches to the trap. So these are the mitigation actions. We have to avoid the accumulation of the condensate. We have to provide the proper stream traps. We have to be cautious while opening and closing of the isolation valves, which may give rise to the pressure wave. And last one is installation of the mechanical water shock arresters or surge tanks. So when we install this shock arrestor, what will do when we are quick closing valves? So this has to be installed near the quick closing valves. So this is my quick closing valve. When I have suddenly closed the valve, what will happen? The shock will be transferred here in the piston, here the gas, and there will be a spring, so that will absorb the shock to a maximum extent. So the arrestor use a mixture of spring and air bladders to absorb the water movement and reduce the shock wave. While water arrestor will be more expensive than the air chamber, one little thing to keep in mind is don't have to worry about the draining water from the chamber every couple months. So this chamber, or sometimes we are calling surge tank, should be provided near the shock valves, sudden closing valves, and that will absorb the shock, and that's the way you can mitigate water hammer in better way. So hope you understood the video and understood the significance of the operation to avoid the water hammer and how significant damage it can do. So friend, this is a lecture series on the corrosion. So keep touch with my channel and its notifications. Share with your friends if you finding these videos useful, and this is a lecture series and that to be continued. So thank you very much.